The HSA or health savings account is a really important retirement account. Now, whether you're already saving into it, or maybe it's something you're considering this year or next year utilizing with your high deductible health plan, today we're going to talk about 3 tips to help you maximize the value you can get from your HSA, as well as how to potentially save yourself hundreds of dollars in taxes, as well as how to potentially provide yourself thousands of dollars in tax-free money towards future medical expenses. I'm Scott Searns. I run a retirement planning and investment management firm where we help people minimize their taxes, make work optional, maximize their retirement income, and invest with confidence. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to talk about the HSA or health savings account. Now, this might be available to you where you work if you have a high deductible health plan available to you. Now, the HSA is really known for its triple tax benefits, and we're going to get into that as we go through the tips here. So in today's video, our goal is to help you with 3 tips to help maximize the value that you can get from your HSA. Talk about how to save hundreds in taxes, as well as provide you thousands of dollars towards future medical expenses, all tax-free. Okay, so before we get into tip number 1, one thing, if you're wondering if you have an HSA, the health savings account available to you, first off, speak with your employer, talk with your HR department, see if it's something that you're able to contribute to based on the health insurance plan that you have. Now, if you're self-employed or if you own your own company, you're going to have to look specifically at your health insurance plan to see if you also then can contribute to the HSA health savings account. And tip number 1 is to maximize your contribution. So each and every year, there is a limit that you can contribute into your HSA, and it depends if you're single or if there are 2 of you, if you're joint on your health insurance plan or a family on your plan. So again, look at IRS limits, look at your specific plan, but you want to maximize the amount that you can put into your HSA, just like you would try to maximize the amount to your 401k or your IRAs. But this one's even more important. And as I mentioned, it was because of those triple tax benefits that you get. So first off, you get a tax deduction for every dollar that you put into your HSA. It grows tax-free. And then as long as you're using that money for qualified medical expenses, you can utilize that money tax-free as well. So tip number 1, you want to get the most out of your HSA, maximize the contributions to it. That's how you're going to help reduce your taxes each and every year. And I know what you might be thinking, wait a second, is this one of those use it or lose it accounts? That is actually the FSA, flex spending account. The HSA, you can carry that over year to year to year. So hopefully now you're thinking a little bit differently about it. Since you can carry those amounts over each year, you want to maximize the contributions that you put into it, get every last dollar in there, so that way you can also maximize that tax deduction that you can get from it as well. Tip number 2, invest your HSA. That's right. Most people are actually unaware of this, that you can invest the money that's in your HSA. You want to speak with your employer or specifically look into your HSA plan and see what investment options are available to you. So as I mentioned, this is a way to invest it just like you're going to invest your 401k or IRAs. This is the way to get your money in your HSA growing for you. And as I mentioned earlier, that growth is tax-free growth. So this is tip number 2 to help maximizing the value you can get out of your HSA, is get that money compounding for you, growing and compounding for you in the market. And tip number 3, this is how you can potentially get thousands of dollars of tax-free dollars to utilize towards your medical expenses. Tip number 3 is save it for your retirement. So you might be in your 30s or 40s or 50s, whatever age you are, save your HSA. Since it's not use it or lose it, right? You can roll it over each and every year. Save it for your retirement. Now, I get it. Health expenses come up, and if you need to use it, that is what it's there for. But I want you to think about it a little bit differently. Let's just think that you can pay health expenses from your normal cash flow, from your income that you have coming in. So instead, you're going to save your HSA for your retirement. And if you've taken tip number 2 and you've invested your HSA, now you're getting compound growth on all of that tax-free money. Again, that you've put it away, tax deduction there, grows tax-free. So you're getting compound growth, compound tax-free growth on those dollars. And then as long as you use it for qualified medical expenses, then you can use it tax-free as well. So let's just think about a quick example here. Let's say you put in $50,000 and then over time it's grown to $90,000. Well, you put in $50,000 that you over time got a tax deduction for. That $40,000 of growth is tax-free growth. And as long as you're using it for qualified medical expenses, you can use it tax-free as well. So that would be, you can use it towards Medicare premiums, doctor's bills, co-pays, and deductibles. You could use it towards long-term care, prescriptions, and much more. And again, I'm always going to say see IRS rules and guidelines, as well as your HSA plan on what you can use it towards. But that's a lot of tax-free dollars in your retirement that then you can use for medical expenses, and therefore just using your 401ks, brokerage accounts, IRAs for your lifestyle expenses. In my personal opinion, this is one of the best accounts out there. Just like other types of retirement accounts, this is one of those accounts where you're going to look back and thank yourself for contributing money to it, letting it compound and grow over time. And then that way, when you're in retirement, you've got this pool of tax-free money to utilize for medical expenses, and you don't have to touch your IRAs or 401ks or brokerage accounts. You can just utilize those for your normal lifestyle expenses. I hope that you found today's video to be of value and benefit if you have an HSA or if you're considering contributing to your HSA in the future. And one of the things that we talked about were the tax benefits that it provides. Now, one of the common questions that we continuously get is, how can you minimize the taxes that you pay to the IRS? Well, in the description below this video, we're going to put a link to our tax savings opportunity guide. What this is it's a free guide discussing tax savings opportunities. What it does is it's going to give you actionable tax savings advice that you can potentially use to your specific situation. But what it means that you can potentially keep more of your hard-earned savings in your pocket versus giving it to the IRS. Also, if you found the video to be of value and benefit, check out our YouTube channel, as we're going to continue to come out with additional videos just like this to help you build wealth, minimize your taxes, make work optional, and maximize those retirement paychecks.